Reaction 153. Fade to Black. Metallica. And this song, just like in this depression, by Bruce Springsteen, and also the song I Am Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd were on a list of songs I googled on the topic of depression. I can't really sleep. Well, I probably could go to sleep, but I think the boredom is disabling me from going to sleep. Saying disabling like that, it made me think of like the Pokemon move Disable. Like, Fury Attack has been disabled. But yeah, I can't sleep. This house gets lonely as fuck sometimes. Thank God for Buttercup. That's my pup, if you didn't know. And he's being a good little doggy right now, not making any noise at all. I guess I'll give him a treat for that. But yeah, like, there's only so many hours of YouTube video couch potatoing that my brain can consume. And listening to music and making these videos kind of spruces up things and helps with curing the extreme boredom. And it can be fun, but at the same time, sometimes making these videos just feels like work, and it feels like pointless and worthless, like everything else I do. Yet at the same time, once again, listening to these songs, listening to music, making these reaction videos does bring some solace. I'm about to get to the song, trust me. But speaking of fading to black, everything does just seem oh so gloomy. Sort of like the gloom that encompasses the landscape of Hyrule in Tears of the Kingdom. a game that I have delved into quite attentively and fervently, more than any game that I have in quite some time, probably since God of War PS4. I still can't beat a Gliok though. You know, just a little gaming. Something else I've been doing to escape the bleak existence that is my reality. Sort of like what I'm doing right now with this reaction video. Metallica, Fade to Black. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Gee. I can never remember the lead singer of Metallica's name. I want to say it's James something. But again, you can remind me of that in the comments. But is Lars still mad at Napster? When I was pulling up the lyrics to this song, I couldn't help but to like read over them a little bit. I didn't read the whole song, but just a few lines. And just based on that, I thought I was really going to like it, but I just I have no idea how like the lyrics are going to sound on record over instrumental, because I've never heard this song before, obviously. The only Metallica song I really know is Enter Sandman. Didn't they have an album called like the Black Album or Black or something? Or maybe I'm thinking of Pearl Jam. No, I think they had a song called, I don't know. It seems like Metallica had an album called Fade to Black or the Black Album or something. I know Jay-Z has an album called the Black Album. Anyway, I'm also thinking of Pearl Jam 10. But I think don't they have a song? Doesn't Pearl Jam have a song called Black or something? I reacted to that on another channel that no longer exists. I don't know. I got off topic here. Let's just start this song back. Oh, but I thought this was like immediately going to start off as like a hard-hitting rock song, but this sounds like it's maybe on the softer side, maybe. And I love the mix of like the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar and the guitar solos contrasting like that. That was really cool. And wasn't there a Metallica like movie documentary called Fade to Black or Black or something? And I know Jay-Z also had a movie, like a performance movie from Madison Square Garden, I think, called Fade to Black. I think Linkin Park was there because you know he made that mashup album with them, Numb Encore. Uh, Rest in peace to Chester. Um, yeah, I'm just feeling like Metallica had a movie with black in the title.
Life it seems will fade away, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else.
And like speaking of Pearl Jam, this is reminding me of a Pearl Jam song. Like he's kind of sounding like Eddie Vedder on this song to me a little bit. And just the sound of it kind of has like a Pearl Jam sound to it. Is Eddie Vedder friends with Metallica? I can't, once again, I can't think of the lead singer's name. I could easily Google it, I know, but I'd rather you tell me in the comments. And for some reason, like I said, I keep thinking it's James something. Have they collaborated? Are they on good terms in the industry and things? Pearl Jam, Metallica, have they toured together or something? I don't know. Let me know.
I have lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for me, need the end to set me free.
Oh, and by the way, yeah, I can totally relate to these lyrics, word for word. Like I kind of lost focus of what he was saying, although I was hearing it and reading it, because like I said, I do have the lyrics here. But trust me, I was hearing it and listening and feeling it, so much so that I'm gonna rewind it. Hold on a second. I had to remove the hood. Things were just like getting too stuffy and congested feeling. But I gotta say, I already really like this song. Like, this is one of those songs that just like really hit the mark and hit close to home and describe the essence of my being and who I really am so far from what I've heard and what I've read in the lyrics. So I might have a lot to say about it. I know there's been a lot of interruptions already, plus the long intro, but like I said many times before, this is my only medium to vent. And my very own personal form of self-therapy. Is reaction videos. Sadly. Just like this song is describing. So let's hear it from the top. Not the top of the song with like the long guitar solos, but from the top of when he starts singing. But first, one more interruption. I gotta blow my nose again.
Life it seems will fade away, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else.
All that right there is exactly how I feel. Word for word, kind of like the song Nutshell. Like, this perfectly describes me and how I feel. Especially those last few lines of this verse. The whole thing, but the last few lines. Need the end to set me free. I want that so bad sometimes, pretty much all the time. I'm just, in all actuality, too much of a coward to be more proactive about it. Not to say from lack of attempting. But as I said, deep down, just too scared. And no, not because I'm afraid of fire and brimstone and eternal damnation or anything like that. I just really don't like pain. I have a low tolerance for it. But at the same time, I have a high tolerance for it because my back is shot, like, especially here lately. It's been hurting so bad. I have all kind of aches and pains: shoulder, hand, leg, foot, feet. Yeah. But I still go to work every day and don't bitch and complain about it. And my employment does entail somewhat of a lot of physical labor. Not anything too extreme, but there's some physical labor involved, definitely. But no, I'm just too much of a coward to go all the way through with it. Yeah, like, this is how I was expecting the song to sound like from the very beginning, like hard hitting like that. Very heavy, like on the hard rock guitar riffs. But I like that heavy metal sound right there. The way he said agony right there, like, I felt the agony in his voice. And I feel that. I feel that agony all the time.
was me, but now he's gone.
I was me, but now he's gone. Like, I totally get what he's saying with that. The old me is dead and gone, but not in a good way. Not like T.I. was talking about in that song with Justin Timberlake, but the opposite of that, dead and gone. Sounds like they're about to speed up here. I don't know, I was thinking the lead singer of Metallica's voice was like way more gruff and deeper than this. Maybe just from the way he sounds in Enter Sandman, because like I said, that's really the only song from them I've ever heard, but I really like this one right here. I definitely want to hear it more like this. I don't know if Master of Puppets sounds anything like this, but that's another song. It was left in the comments too, but it's also been popping up on my algorithm lately for some reason. So if you'd like to see a reaction to that, let me know. Definitely let me know if it sounds anything like this and the subject matter is anything like this. Because yeah, this is my type of shit right here. I'm loving this song. Man, he's so right about that. Like, the days get so repetitive and monotonous and like the same and so dreary and boring. Like, it just seems like it never happened, and like it all gets so blurred together. Like, it's like it never existed, like he said. Like, wow. Death greets me warm. That will be a warm, loving embrace for me when that day comes and I no longer have to wake up to the bullshit of life. And for once, the lyrics I pulled up were like exactly right, word for word. That hasn't been happening lately, it seems, when I've been pulling up lyrics. But this one was pretty spot on though. video I got pulled up for this, like I guess this is an album cover, Ride the Lightning. That's what this feels like, kind of like these guitar riffs in the solo. It feels like you're traveling on a lightning bolt, like a lightning bolt is shooting through your ears, especially with these earbuds in. Yeah, it feels like you're traveling on a lightning, like this. It's a very apt title, like that's what it feels like it's happening. Like I'm riding some lightning listening to this shit. And this song like makes you just want to like stand up and shred a air guitar like really furiously and crazily, like really passionately, like you're really playing the guitar solo yourself with the air guitar. Like I almost want to do it right now, but I'm not going to. And it feels like he's getting all his fury and his agony, like he was describing in the song, from the depression and the bleakness and the darkness. Like him shredding on the guitar is his therapeutic release for all that, and it's all coming out in this guitar solo. And it's like again, like I said, with the acoustic and electric guitar, it's like a really nice contrast, like this hard-hitting guitar solo, heavy metal rock sound, along with like the solemn sound of him singing the lyrics. Like he's singing so like emotionally and serenely and softly, but the contrast of, like I said, the shredding of the guitars. So yeah, this is a great song right here. Really like this.
Man, am I glad that I Googled songs about depression. Because it led me to this masterpiece right here, Fade to Black. Masterpiece. Once again, if you want to see me react to Master of Puppets, let me know that in the comments. But after hearing this, I'm probably going to do it anyway. But man, I think my commentary during my reaction to this song was pretty self-explanatory. No need to go into further detail with some long, drawn-out, conclusive statements. But, in summary, I really fucking like this shit. So, yeah. I hope this video doesn't get, like, copyright restricted, blocked universally. Because it just seems like one of the songs that would. And I can see why. I think it had, like, 50 million views or something, somewhere in that range. But I can see why it could be such a super popular song, and that would happen because this was freaking awesome to listen to. So please, if there are any more Metallica songs like this, leave those in the comments. Any songs that's similar in nature and sound and lyrical content to songs like this, leave those in the comments. Because I want to hear those type of songs, because I really am depressed. I'm not doing this for sympathy or views or no shit like that. I'm just speaking the truth about me. And like, when you're depressed, like, if you know, you know, like, it's really hard to do anything. You don't feel like doing shit. And making reaction videos in this channel, like, that's included with that. It's not excluded. It's right in, categorized right along with shit that I don't feel like doing sometimes, like motivation and ambition. You know, when you're depressed, those things are hard to come by. But when you do things like leave comments, especially, you know, ones of positive reinforcement, but you can leave hateful comments too. Like I don't care either way, because like Metallica said in the song, no one or nothing else matters when you feel like this. But when you do leave likes and positively reinforced comments, you know, it does help with the motivation and ambition. For cash, Key Glock. I still like rap. I just did a rap reaction. But I like other music too, like rock, like this, a whole lot. So please leave those comments. Leave those likes. You know what else will help me want to keep doing this? If we get lots and lots more subscribers to this channel. Gee, the reaction is over. I faded back to black. And off to never, never land.